Hello, I'm Augustine Baldioli,
And I'm Kelly Harrow.
and we're coordinators for the Explainers program at the National Air and Space Museum. We'll be sharing our experience restaffing a museum program among an ongoing pandemic.
We'll share how the pandemic reframed our approach to hiring and how the events of 2020 made us reflect and reprioritize. We reimagined our hiring strategy to better align with the museum's new strategic focus on diversity, equity, access, and inclusion. Explainers are local high school and college students who engage visitors through interactive on-the-floor programs like demonstrations and discovery carts.
Explainers number close to 100, and we have a yearly turnover rate of 20 to 25%. In the midst of the ongoing pandemic, we still needed to grow our program proactively to prepare for the museum's reopening and to support our ever-expanding portfolio of virtual offerings.
With the museum closed through the pandemic, we discovered something unexpected. It allowed us to refocus our priorities and identify our values when it came to program hiring. We were able to use the time to restructure how we recruit and hire with a commitment to fostering program diversity and reaching underrepresented communities.
In the upcoming year, many institutions may find themselves facing the challenge of restaffing, whether rehiring staff or revitalizing volunteer programs that have been put on pause. Restaffing offers a unique challenge. Here's how we took on that challenge. Maybe it'll work for you. Step 1, decide to do it. We started with an internal audit to learn our strengths and shortcomings. The program wasn't fully meeting our goals of reflecting the diversity of our local community, helping our visitors see themselves in the museum, and bringing diverse perspectives and backgrounds to the institution. We've been trapped by the comfort of the status quo for too long, so we decided to make some changes. It has always been a core value of our institution that science and knowledge are egalitarian. It was with that belief in mind that we decided to make access, equality, diversity, and inclusion the cornerstones of our new hiring strategy.
Finding the time to do it. To start, we strategically prioritized our internal audience during the interruption to business as usual. We found the space to shift the same focus and energy we usually give our visitors to our explainer staff team. We knew that by improving our internal culture and community, we could better meet the needs of our visitors. Second, we got creative, mined new and existing resources, and recognized we didn't have to do this alone. We asked our explainers to help us research and compile new contacts. We discovered that virtual job fairs and remote student interviews allowed us to figuratively be in two places at once. We leveraged our institutional connections as members of the Smithsonian Professional Network. For smaller institutions, similar connections can be forged within professional networks, like here at the Museum Educators Roundtable.
The next step was to reframe the opportunities available when joining our team. We knew we could make the position more enticing to a wider group of candidates if the job was more flexible. We introduced live virtual demonstrations for the first time. Now, explainers can run virtual programs from anywhere. We have offered asynchronous work that has explainers supporting the mission of the museum on their own schedule. We gave the explainers opportunities to leverage their own talents and skills to support the museum program. They run their own trainings for sessions for staff and volunteers, log hours pursuing enrichments that is relevant to them, and contribute to content creation for digital activities. We've let them bring a little more of themselves to the program. We've given them the freedom to pursue work projects that interest them instead of a one-size-fits-all daily shift.
Step 4 was to create new pathways for applicants. We attended almost 20 virtual job fairs over the past year, many at schools where we'd never recruited before. We're building new partnerships with high schools and universities, and we're exploring new opportunities in work study, job placement for high school students, and the possibility of a remote explainer team. We critically examined our recruitment literature, interview questions, and application process. Did they limit our reach, filter for one type of student, or value certain cultural capital over others? In response, we overhauled our interview questions and recruitment literature to better reflect our identified priorities. Since April 2020, we've hired 31 new explainers. 1/3 of these students come from schools where we've never recruited before. A large percentage identify as students of color, and we've expanded the majors represented in our program beyond STEM, including criminal justice, communications, and public history.
Finally, our fifth step was to be mindful that we didn't stop the work once explainers are hired. We'll be partnering with the facilitator to offer ongoing DEAI training program for explainers and hope to ingrain crucial conversation about anti-racism and inclusion into the regular culture of our program. These themes are embedded into our scheduled trainings, where we've discussed topics including accessibility, representation in STEM careers, and more. We are committed to telling more diverse stories, exposing our staff to narratives overlooked in the traditional museum space.
We've been working to amplify the diverse voices of our explainer staff. With the rollout of our monthly explainer-led webinars, they've led presentations on topics from American Sign Language to cultural astronomy. We hope to make authentic conversations about social justice a consistent part of the explainer experience and show, through action, that we're listening and responding to the concerns of our entire team.
Those are the steps we took. We think and hope they can work for you as well. We welcome your questions and comments.
As we said, no need to do this work alone. We'd love to connect to share our resources and learn from you.